Hello, Capricorn. It's time for tarot. I'm your host, Nico. Whatever. That doesn't sound very good. I'm just killing time while I shuffle. Okay, Capricorns, let's take a look at your forecast for the week of November 15th through the 21st. Okay, Capricorn, so your primary focus is going to be the Fool reversed. Alright, the Fool reversed has a lot to do with the fact that you probably are spending a little bit too much time trusting to fate, or to faith, or to destiny, or to luck, blind luck even, to get you through the day. You're not taking enough time to actually control your environment the way you can. Alright? And maybe it's because it's not just because you don't have the responsibility or you don't want the responsibility. It's also because I think that you feel that things should be a bit more free flowing at this point in time. You're going through kind of a non-Capricorn-y mentality. But you really do need to assert more control because things are actually going a little bit more haywire. And you're almost about, you can't trust to something coming to protect you every single time you take a risk or take a gamble. You know, you're gambling way too much with yourself right now. As far as the past or the endings are going, what's ending in your life is the Ace of Cups reversed. Alright. So a time where you are feeling a little bit emotionally withdrawn from either your partner or your social life is starting to finally come to an end, and you feel like you could finally start to gush and release more. You're probably going to end up actually proposing a stronger commitment to a loved one, or making a promise of coming through and making sure that a loved one gets, I don't know, you probably, maybe a proposal, commitment ceremony, something like that. Okay? Ace of Cups reversed in the ending means that you're not going to be so emotionally withdrawn anymore. For your new beginnings, you do have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Again, less withdrawnness, because the Four of Pentacles is typically all about being constrained, reserved, and conservative with your emotions and with your finances. And so you're going to actually take this time to really gush. You might actually do a little bit more spending on, like I said before, gifts and trips and things, starting to treat people to nice dinners and just, make them feel special, make them feel loved. In your work sector, you do have the Queen of Swords reversed, so I want you to be careful. If you're unemployed, you will find work. That's one so far. You will actually be able to get a job this week with the Queen of Swords. However, you might actually be starting to work for somebody you're actually going to be dealing with the head of the business. You're not going to be working for a corporate office. It's going to be an independently run business. It's not going to be a huge staff. And the boss is actually going to be somebody who is less than a reputable character, I'll put it that way. Queen of Swords reversed indicates somebody who is rather spiteful, might be a bit too far on the cynical side, to the point of just sheer jadedness. Very cold, and also has a very large superiority complex. And so you might want to watch out for her. She's also somebody who does not mind a little bit of backbiting when you get hired. Okay? She's also one of very duplicitous nature. And I'm about to say the same thing to the people who are employed. You're going to have to deal with some drama in the workplace regarding somebody of the aforementioned nature. All right. Odds are she could also be a client or a regular customer of yours who could actually be working to spread some, to defame you or your company, and you will have to take measures to kind of repair that and prevent her from doing that again. Queen of Swords reversed is not a very easy person to deal with. These people are icy, and emotionally they like to come off very unaffected. And so you might have to be a little bit more roundabout in your dealings with them, and so that way they don't necessarily, just haul off and stab you with their sword. For your love life, you do have Ace of Swords. Now, if you are single, you might actually start getting a hookup, or, you might consider hooking up with somebody online. Or over distance. Somebody might actually suggest somebody to you that they know through I don't know, a blog site, or, you know, like a MySpace, or, you know, face anything like that. The Ace of Swords is going to be like, it's going to be a very brief, something you're not going to be completely sure of, but you're definitely going to consider it a bit of a victory because, hey, you've got someone to talk to who seems kind of new and interesting. If you are committed, the Ace of Swords, I think that has a lot more to do with you actually being able to persuade your partner to undergo an endeavor that you have been trying to push for quite some time and it didn't seem they would budge. This looks definitely more like something that would be something you should do together as a partner. Maybe you wanted to go, as a partnership, you might want to take on a hobby or a sport together. Maybe even take on a small business, or some kind of collaborative. This definitely is something that's going to be more in the round of play and platonic activity while you still are an intimate couple. It's not something you're going to take you know, into the bedroom or to the wedding altar. This is definitely something you're both going to be doing for fun, and at the same time also learning a bit more about each other and how you guys' minds are wired. As far as your social life is concerned, you've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, you might end up actually swallowing your pride if you run into a situation where you cannot support yourself financially because of the harsh things that are going on at work, or because you kind of have a bit of a shaky income right now. You might actually try and go ask a friend or a family member for some financial support, and they will give it to you, and they'll be grateful you swallowed your pride because they're happy to help you. Alright, and if it's not financially, it's definitely emotionally, Capricorn. You're going to have to also maybe eat some crow and say you're sorry, you know, and apologize to some people that you might have disappointed or hurt or turned down in the past when they've tried to give you some helpful advice or helpful energy, you know, monetarily or affectionately. And you said you might have been too good for it. And so you didn't need to kind of brush it off casually. Now is your chance to kind of go back, make amends, and actually reap the rewards of it. As far as your unexpected events are concerned, you do have the Nine of Swords reversed. I don't necessarily see that as something unexpected if you're going to be working so much, but you might want to monitor your sleep patterns. You're going to probably be losing a lot of sleep, almost like a, not necessarily prophetic, but the way the chaos is not being handled on the forefront of your mind, because, you know, you've got the Fool reversed and you're like all like, oh, everything's fine. Your subconscious is going to start manifesting things in other ways. And so I'm almost see like bouts of paranoia or even nightmares kind of driving you nuts in your sleep while you try and keep the happy face on, you know, in your day-to-day. If you're just more emotionally honest with yourself, you won't have to worry about that. Your current cycle is Justice reversed. Okay, now this is a very harsh warning card. Not a harsh punishment card, but a harsh warning card. Okay, things in your life are kind of out of balance right now. And by kind of, I mean absolutely. And that's only because you kind of made decisions based in trusting that luck will come to you. Well, it's all about balancing the scales right now. You can't throw the scales out of balance without, you know, actually working really hard, which you haven't. But you also have to keep in mind that people are also going to be thinking less and less of your presence. This is a very, very strong warning. Dot your I's and cross your T's, especially in the workplace. If you're tempted to do something illegal, I would strongly advise against it. I would not play hooky from work. I would be a perfect A+ angel this week, just because you need to learn a little bit more about working hard and being the overachiever, since you've already gotten through the whole living free, you know, kind of thing. And then once you're done with that, you'll actually balance it out. But you need to live in both extremes. You did one, now be the studious one. Alright, Capricorn, thanks a lot. Time for Tarot's up. I will see you next week. Have fun. Busy bee.